Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night. And let's get ready, folks. You're going to see this next hour in the market be amazing. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow right now up 229. It was up over 300. Nasdaq's up 68. S&Ps are up 20. What you're going to see coming into this close, folks, the first sell just got done. This is typical bear market action in an extraordinary way. You go down hard, you come back up last 4 days, you come back up fast, furious, zero volume, and then each and every downdraft just comes out of nowhere. And what you just had here, literally about 10 minutes ago, the first sell just got done, and it was an extraordinary sell in the future market, folks. It's amazing how this thing works. So the futures had hit, folks, a 1956. Right now, you're 1945. We're not done. Whoever threw this at the futures, this is not a retail investor, folks. When they hit this future market, they hit it from 1954 to 1944 with 102,000 contracts on a 10-minute. When you have that, it's not done. You're going to see the next hit. We got an hour left in the marketplace. I expect the next hit is going to bring us down to 1938. So that's another what? That's another 6 points down. You know, bottom line, if they ever hit it like they just did, you're going to see some price destruction intraday that is pretty phenomenal. Gold contract's down $12.50. You got silver out there flat at $17.24. Oil's up $1.59 a barrel at 82.11. The 10-year is off 13 ticks, trading at 127 flat. 30 years down 21 at 124.24. King dollar's up 31 ticks at 85.88. The euro is up 9 at 126, and the yen is trading up 93 at 108.08. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. You want to see something that's classic, folks? This is about as classic as you get. Okay, first off, cash S&P. 1961.95. When you take a look at this now, I want to put this first on a larger chart so you can see exactly what we're doing here. We actually haven't hit the trend yet, the trend line that we broke with conviction. But, man, are we close, okay? So what you have is this. When we take the trend, so picture something. You get the cash S&P at 1957. The way that we broke the cash S&P, it says two different things. Number one, your benchmark is the 1737, which is the February 5th benchmark. But because of the way that we broke that benchmark, bottom line, that opens up 1343. That being said, what markets love to do, folks, is go back up into the channel line, test the channel line, and if you test the channel line with lighter volume, your probability is that you're not going to break it. Bottom line, what do we have out here today? You go look at the S&P. The SPY is a classic. This is like a classic in an extraordinary way, too, I'm telling you. When I was watching this intraday today, I'm saying to myself, oh, man, we're almost there. The reason I'm saying that is that markets that look like freight trains on the way up, on a counter-trend bounce, are classic in a bear market. They push, and then bang, out of nowhere, it gets taken out. The SPY thus far today has done 115 million shares. You're going into 210. Bottom line, I suspect what you're going to see with the SPY is not going to even hold the 194.91 from yesterday, when in fact the SPY was up at 196.20. Big numbers. NASDAQ composite. Inside the composite, and the composite was telling us what was going on here today. So the NASDAQ composite up 66 bucks. The composite today got to 4475. 4475 took it over the 4464. You're going to have a failure. You're going to have a failure on price. You're going to have a failure on volume, just as we did yesterday. The Dow Industrials, which, of course, is always the big number. What you have with the Dow Industrials, it's up 223, even when it was up 300. Bottom line, what was that inside of pushing it? And this is where you always got to be careful with the Dow as to how it can get pushed around. You had 3M and Caterpillar. 3M and Caterpillar was over half the point spread inside the Dow Industrials as we were going higher. Gold contract. We take a look at gold. What you have with gold, they did hit gold out here today. Gold was down to a 12.26. Right now, we're at 12.32. And the way that this is still set up is that you come back with dramatically lighter volume. We've done 128,000 contracts. That's going into 291,000 contracts. That's saying gold still wants higher price. 10-year. The 10-year bond. We take a look at the 10-year bond. What we have with the 10-year, you did 1.2 million contracts out here, and that's going well. It went past the 4 million contract day, which is 127.27. So it's like, okay, are you going to get into 126.28? I suspect that's what it's trying to do at this particular point. We go to the 30-year. We take a look at the 30-year USZ FOA. What we have with the 30-year is down with 333,000 contracts. We're trading out at 140, 128. And I suspect you get the 140.30. What's going to be interesting in both of these contracts right now, folks, as we come into the close, you're going to see some dynamics take place here. It's going to be fast. It's going to be furious. And all of the above. King dollar. We take a look at King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? King dollar is trading out at 85.92. 1,900 contracts. King dollar. The counter trend bounce is done with King dollar, meaning where we're going right now. King dollar. The high of the downdraft there was 86.13. We've hit 86.05. We've done 19,000 versus 116,000 contracts. So they're big differentials. And in a very large way. We go back to the S&Ps for a second, because what you're going to see is this. When you have a large operator, folks, hit a market, and this is hitting the market on the way up or the way down. They don't do that just once. That isn't how it works. The bottom line is that they hit it, wait a little bit, hit it again. And, you know, we'll see where this next hit takes. But I can tell you flat out, it's very unusual when you can hit a market and bring a market down 9 S&P points in a minute. And that's exactly what you had happen at 1450 today. We're going sideways right now. The next one went to a lower low. So what that is setting up right now is that is setting up, you build a little cause to get to the 1943, but I expect what you're going to see here is that we're going to get to the 1938 before we close. And if we come down there, if they hit it one more time with volume, you're going to get a lot lower than that. Let's go to Dell in Riverview, Florida. Hey, Dell, what's going on?
Hey, I'm sitting here with a beautiful lady who's been my best girl for the last 48 years. It doesn't get any better than that.
That's a beautiful thing. Congratulations, man. That is so cool. Totally.
Thanks. I got a question about the Qs, please. I was looking at the chart today. Are we looking at a 100% move of a move right here, or is that up at 100?
At 100% move of a move, would it have to go to 100.46? Yes. 100.46. What you do have here is this, though. You have that it didn't make it to that 98.57. It made it to 98.36. It would have been cleaner if it made it to 98.57. I can tell you that. What the Qs have already done. Now check this out. Inside the Qs, we shot the Qs today, folks, at 11:30 this morning. Okay, and all the Qs have to do, now this is on an intraday basis, the Qs have just to cut the close under 97.80. You get a close underneath that and won't be able to handle it. And what that is, at 10 o'clock this morning, we get that push up, had some juice underneath that, 2.4 million, okay? Then the whole time above that, all you're doing, folks, is 900,000, 800,000, 300,000, 200,000. And then what did happen is that then you come down to 2.7 million at the 1450 mark. So at this particular point, the risk versus the reward is there. So we'll see where this shakes out, but it's going to get interesting, particularly because what we do have after the close out here today, folks, is that we have equities that no doubt can push and will push the NDX either higher and or lower. You have Amazon is going to be one of the big ones, no doubt. You get Allergen coming out. You get Deckers. You get Clack. You get Maxwell. You get VeriSign. You get Altera. Altera, Amazon. There's some in those chips and Clack. That's some juice under the NDX 100.
Thank you, Tom.
Hey, congratulations, man. You guys have a great time. Okay, you stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow Industrials right now up 231. Nasdaq is up 69. S&Ps are up 21. And we also will have Microsoft, MSFT, which is a large weighting structure, not only in the Dow, it's a large weighting structure in the Index 100 also. Microsoft's trading at $45 right now. We're going into, let's see. So that's 30 million shares coming into 51 million. Microsoft right now, so check this out. This is going to be really cool. I love this when this happens. So the way Microsoft is trading right now, it's not that it's going to get smoked, but Microsoft very well could go into 43.39. And what that is, that's why, because you come off the highs, with some juice. It's not holding the high of yesterday, which is 45.07. that in itself is a big deal. There's no two ways about that. Amazon. We go over to Amazon. We take a look at Amazon. Amazon. Okay, so Amazon is flat. We're at 312. We take this. We'll put this on a couple-year basis, and you know this is going to be a trip, man. So Amazon, right? Amazon has two separate high-volume lows. We have the high-volume low from last week at 293, so that's game. We have the high-volume low that's going back into May, the week of May 9th, actually May 2nd. That is 288. That's on the weekly. We put this on a monthly. Yeah, we put this on a monthly. Oh, hold on. We got to make sure this didn't test it. 293, we went to 288. No, 288 is the number. So, and it's not over 384. Yeah. Bottom line, you have a high volume low on a monthly also is 288. That is saying, folks, that as soon as this market closes, when Amazon comes out, that is where it wants to go. So this is going to get really intriguing watching this whole baby shake out. Altera, ALTR. Let's go take a look at Altera. Altera right now is trading at 33.50. And Altera is an ABC down. This is going to be wild. So Altera has just gone from 37 bucks straight down to 30. Bounces back to 33. Today we're doing 2.4 million versus 6.8. You know, that way that baby's set up is that's saying that lower prices are coming at us. So this is going to be wild just watching this whole thing shake out as we come into this next hour. What we do have is that what is pretty cool is that if no matter where you are right now in the United States, folks, you want to be looking at the eclipse. The height of it for all you folks up in the Northeast or the eastern half of the country is going to be 5:45 tonight. You know, so it's going to be absolutely beautiful, and we'll see what kind of volatility it continues in this marketplace. This marketplace, folks, this is typical bear market action. That's what it is, and specifically what it is this: you come down with monster volume. You do counter trend bounces, and they look like a freight train, but they're a freight train with zero volume. And then what ends up happening is that intraday, you get these downdrafts that just come out of nowhere, okay? You get out of downdraft, and it always seems that something always happens, meaning that what you'll see next in the next, whether it's week and a half, 2 weeks, something will happen with one of the exchanges. Bottom line is that either they have to stop trading for an hour. It just, all these things seem to happen, and I don't believe that it's not a conspiracy that it happens. It just seems to happen like that when things are basically going south. That's just kind of how it goes. The aspect of how they were pushing this higher earlier is typical action. If you trade futures, you know how this goes. What ends up happening when you're trading futures, or just trading any market, but what happens is that as they push, what the operators are looking for, folks, is that they're looking for buy stops above the market. That's what they're looking for. And, they basically were pushing this up here today. They found the buy stops at the market, folks, were done at 10 o'clock this morning. That's how this thing shook out. 10 o'clock this morning, the buy stops were there. We got to 1945.75. As soon as it got above, okay, the 1942, those buy stops were there covering. Then, from that point on, you had zero volume. I mean, every 10-minute bar from that bar was zero volume, and then finally, whoever, that operator is, finally someone let it have it. And I suspect, it's been teetering here for the last 20, 30 minutes, but I expect what you're going to see coming into this close here is that you are going to basically see that where that spike was in, meaning the top of that spike was 1945, you're going to see the bottom of that spike get hit, which is 1938, because the larger operator in there knows that, okay, we're cleaned out there, Bang, now hit them again. It's going to be very easy to push it down into that level. Once you get a push down into that level, what that is going to set up is one nasty reversal, meaning in all the charts all across the board. If we go to the SPY and you take a look at the SPY right now, what you have is that the SPY has already done it. You know, the SPY had got to 196.20. If you close right here, it's the SPY has to, well, actually, no, it's 4 pennies lighter. It's 194.91. That's the number. We had a question, is that did 3M fail? So let's go look at 3M. 3M was up, is up $6.76 today. 3M, oh, this is a classic. Oh, man. Thanks, Z. So check this out. This is intense. So, oh, this is so deviant. Ooh, my God. So 3M gets to 147.92. 147.87 was the high. That, and this is where that the high just has to get tested. That was a high volume high, 8.1 million shares. Well, guess what, folks? We're at 6 million shares. That basically is a failure. Yes, it is. Now, I wouldn't go short 3M, and the reason being I wouldn't. This is why. What happens is that when you get something like this, most of the time you'll back down again, then go shoot up again. But it's a classic failure. This is absolutely a classic failure. There's no two ways about it. And this is really cool so that you can kind of understand when those high volume highs are out there, they like to get hit. You know, this is really an unusual one. But, man, I mean, how does that work? That's the thing that's so bizarre, man. How does that work that it can actually get into that number, hit it, you know, and you see whether, you know, it fails or it doesn't fail. Oh, here they go with the S&P. This is, folks, you can learn so much about markets right now, so much about markets, it's amazing. Because what happens, technically, you can learn about them, we can teach you about them, but you got to go through a few of these. You got to go through this cycle. Because, see, when you see a cycle like this, what ends up happening, they do the same thing. It's all, subliminally, it's always a little bit different. But the same type of characteristic gets done. Meaning, you push that much more, and then bang, the other side comes in. And, you know, you'll see how this will shake out here. This operator is just getting ready to basically pull the trigger again. Let me just see something. So, yeah, okay, so check it out. The end of a 110 minute is going on right now, and we're at 1943.25. That saying is a whole nother 10-minute bar that can get up to 92,000. The probability of that gets up higher when you're just starting another bar. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow Industrials right now are up 216. Nasdaq's up 65. S&Ps are up 19. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow Industrials up 254, Nasdaq's up 75, S&Ps are up 24. Inside the Dow Industrials, folks, we take a look at the inside the Dow. What's moving the Dow up here? You get Caterpillar is the number one mover. That's up $5.07. 3M is second with a 656. You get Chevron at 256, and Merck is at 123. Even with the Dow up that number, it's hard to believe that anything is red, but you do have Ma Bell down $1. You get Procter & Gamble off $1.08. You get Verizon down 15 cents. Inside the NDX 100, we take a look at the NDX 100. Inside the NDX 100, it's moving it higher. Yep, it's up $66 right now. We have Tractor Supply is up $9.70. Alexa Pharmaceutical is up $12.51, trading at $185. You get O'Reilly Automotive up $10.16 at $167. You get Celgene up $5.44, trading $100.18. Taken away from it on the way down, you get Citrix Systems are down $2.88 at $61.89. You got Equinox. That's weird. That is so weird. They're saying Equinox is taking it down. It's not. That's up $5.23. That's pretty wild. DirecTV's down 55 cents. You got Baidu.com down 165. We go back to those futures for a second if you want to see how we're shaking out here. So what we just had, you just had a little spike higher. Okay, so watch how this shakes out. This is going to be intense, man. This is crazy. So what you had is this. We got down to a price point of that 1942.50. You just had a spike that brought you all the way back up, and this is pretty intense too, to 1949. Now we're at 1948.25. They're going to fight over this right now. So we'll see where this baby does shake out. What we have, let's see, 7 minutes. You're going into the downdraft of 102,000 contracts, and right now you're at 52,000. It's going to need a lot higher than 52,000 to basically get up into those higher prices again. So thus far, if we go over to the SPY and we take a look at the SPY, what you have on the SPY right now is we're at 195.26 and 194.91 is the number. What that number specifically is, folks, is the high of yesterday. The volume is not even there. It's not even close. We're at 129 million. The 129 million is going into 210 million. It's going into 230 million. You know, so those characteristics are there in spades, meaning that you don't have the juice as you're going higher. The IWM. Now, the small caps have been basically not only the weakest, but that was a leader on the way down. The small caps were, if we use the IWM, you would have to close over 111.06, and right now you're at 110.89. If we go take a look at the diamonds, what you have with the diamonds is that the diamonds, we are at 166.60, and the diamonds thus far have failed. You know, the diamonds got to 167.36, and this is a mind blower. That was the high of October 10th. We got into that level with, right now we're at half the volume. We've done 6.1 million shares today versus 12.7. You know, so we have tradable markets, folks, in an extraordinary way, not in a small way. This is only the beginning. This is the beginning of a very large turn in the marketplace, folks. This is how turns in the marketplace take place. Volatility, they go crazy. They, you know, that's just how they go. Large turns in the marketplace, the markets take conniptions, and this is what we have happening out here. Some of the high volume stocks, and in fact we still have a low volume market out here today. This is how it's shaking out. You get Apple up $1.84, Marbell's down $1. We have Facebook up 176. Yelp is getting killed. Yelp's down $12, trading at 57.77 with volume. General Motors, where is she? She's down 35 cents, no big deal, $30.96. We have Twitter up 69. You get Southwest Airlines down 107. The Comcast is up 187. Inside some of the larger caps out here, you have American Express up $1.80. That's light volume. Coke's up 27 cents. That is a counter trend bounce. IBM's up 59. Big Mac is up 10. You can see these large caps just can't handle it. If we go over to Boeing for a second, Boeing got whacked yesterday. Yeah, Boeing's up 63 cents with 6.7 million after going downtown with 13 million. Big Blue can't get out of its own way. Big Blue out here is sideways with 6.7 million. There's no buyers. There's just no buyers. Marbell, let's go see what Marbell's doing. So Marbell come out with numbers. Marbell's going after this high volume low. Marbell has a high volume low of 33.10, 40 million shares, 48 million, and we've done 48 thus far. So what that is saying with Marbell is that Marbell, we're going to be going after this low. If we take a look at Qualcomm, one of the tigers up here, what you have with Qualcomm is this. The low in Qualcomm is $66. The highs, 81. And Qualcomm's at ice. You know, there's no juice here. Qualcomm, it will have got to 75.40 today. You're at 75.12. You've done 8.4 million. You're going into 9.1. You know, with Qualcomm could. I mean, I wouldn't be going short Qualcomm. I can't tell Russ whether you want to go long or short. He's saying where's you want a place to stop. It depends whether you're long or short. Well, I'll give you both of them. It doesn't matter. If you're short, you're in a place to stop on the other side of right there. That's the other side of 75.60. If you're long, I wouldn't give it anything, man. If you're long, you're going to place it at 70 under 73.83. Where I'm going there is at the gap slightly higher the other day. That's how it's set up. Qualcomm looks like it's in a consolidation on a daily. Let's put this on a weekly. On a weekly, Qualcomm is going lower. On a weekly, you get the spike down off the high. You're at 81. First spike down brought you to 71. Next spike down brought you to 69. So, you know, Qualcomm's building cars to get into that 69 area. One of the, it's going to be interesting seeing, it's always interesting seeing the Amazons of the world come out with numbers, because Amazon is such a personality stock, folks. Amazon just went into the green. The low of today is at 311. The high is 316. We're at 313.03 right now. Amazon's still set up for lower price, you know. So the way that this is, yeah, she's set up. Oh, so check this out. Oh, this is pretty cool. So I just put this on an intraday chart. Intraday, yeah. Intraday, Amazon set up to go to 307. 307 screaming out here. So we're gonna know within another hour. I mean, less than an hour probably. You know what I mean? So with Qualcomm, he's long Qualcomm. So with Qualcomm, 73.83. Yeah, you're gonna put it on the other side of that. That's right, just below that, because you don't want to let it get into the gap. It gets into the gap. This is with Qualcomm. If it got into the gap, then it will go all the way down, at least to the top of the low, which is $71.88. So that's the way that is set up at this particular point. Volume-wise out here, this is we can get a little bit closer to what we're looking at. Volume-wise on the NYSE right now, we're 585 million. So that's saying that, yeah, you're going to be lucky to do 750 million. On the NASDAQ, we're at 1.6. That's saying, okay, you can do about 1.8. Bottom line is that, you know, you're not going to get anywhere out here. Let's go to John in Winchester, Mass. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, not so much. It's raining out here.
Oh, that's a bummer. It was raining yesterday, too, right? Wasn't it?
2 days in a row, nonstop. Accidents everywhere.
Wow. Oh, man. Okay, so you want to look at Schlumberger, right?
XLB, is that doing an ABC down?
Let's take a look. You get Schlumberger. The low is 84. The high is 118. Boy, this came down hard. So this is 118 down to 86. You got that? Let me put this on a weekly basis here a second. Yeah, it is. I'd let this bounce a little bit more, though, before you sold it. You know, I mean, this just sold down from 118, you know, to 86. You know, so the somehow if it could trade into 104 would be pretty cool, because then your back's against the wall. Do you know what I'm saying?
104, should I put my stop?
If you can get it shot at 104, you put your stop on the other side of 105.85. Where I'm going with that, John, is that's the week of September 19th. That's on the other side of that high, and then you're going for that low, which is $86. See, the reason right here is like, oh man, this thing, you know, it just comes straight down. So you got to let it bounce somehow. But you know.
Hey, when you coming up to Boston to do another seminar?
I know. We'll see. Maybe we're going to get you down here. It's going to be getting cold up there. Thanks so much, man.
Tom.
You stay right there, folks. We're coming back. Dow up 229. NASDAQ up 7. The S&Ps are up 21. We're going to be right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. sequence. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 233 right now. Nasdaq's up 75. S&Ps are up 22. Percentage-wise, this is what you have, folks. You get the Dow up 1.4%. S&Ps are up 1.3. Nasdaq is up 1.7. You know, that being said and done, you know, if we go over and we take a look at Europe, this is what you had in Europe. DAX was up 1.2. You had the FTSE up 0.3%. That is unusual in the context that when we were up, the FTSE itself just couldn't get going. It's like, okay, what's that all about? You know, after the close out here today, we have a slew of numbers that, you know, I suspect will move this market around a bit. You know, you have a couple of these high techs, no doubt, that, you know, basically can move markets. Last night, if we take a look at some of the big winners out here today, you had O'Reilly Automotive. That was up $10.38 with volume, mind you. We bring O'Reilly back. We put this on a longer-term basis. That's been on an ABC structure on the way up. Has the volume, has the juice, has all of the above. Caterpillar, we take a look at Caterpillar. Caterpillar's a dead cat bounce. You know, Caterpillar's been down from $111. Hit a high-volume low last week of $90. Caterpillar's not even, well, Caterpillar's a long way just to go to get up to ICE. We're at 99.24. And ICE starts at about 101.49. TSCO, this is Tractor Supply. This, no doubt, has also a real personality stock. This is up $9.79. That is trading at $71. We put this on a monthly chart. And what you do have with Tractor Supply is that that baby can go after its high. Now, check this out. This is pretty cool because Tractor Supply has a high volume high at $77.71. So that wants to get tested. KMX, I think that's CarMax. We take a look at CarMax KMX. So CarMax out here up $4.43. Yeah, they sell retail used cars and light trucks. And what we have with CarMax, oh, look at this. This is a trip. Oh, this is, okay, so CarMax, folks, this is a consolidation. Now, this is pretty cool how this goes. The first, June 20th, spikes all the way to $53.67. Does that with 12 million shares. Comes back in, tries to fill the gap at $48. Can't do it. There's a gap below that at 44. Goes all the way back up to 54.28, tested with light volume, gaps down, fills the whole gap, gaps into the gap again. And that's all this is. This is testing the 53.67, and we're doing that with lighter volume. When you do something like that, what that does is throw the stock into a consolidation. That's all it does. It's pretty cool, though, when you look at it, because it's a very large consolidation. The top being where we are right now, the $53, the bottom being $45. So it's definitely a sweet little understanding when you gap like that. You gap down, you fill the gap, you gap up, you fill the gap. All that does is that sets up your parameters where your parameters are, meaning up versus down. You know. Let's see. We go back to those S&Ps for a second. We take a look at those S&Ps. What we have coming into this close out here is that we're at 1943.75, and the number, the benchmark number on the top, folks, on the S&Ps, the future S&P is 1945. They got a shot right now of, you know, goosing it. We'll see if they can get that goosing going. You know, what they have to do is this. Once they got it back inside the 1945, it's 1945.75. And I know I'm bisecting and dissecting this on a very short-term basis, but it's important that you understand this on a short-term basis because these moves in the marketplace, folks, are always subtle. They're subtle. Those numbers are important, though. They're really important. And it's also important that they make it or break it. Can you break it down or can't you break it down? Remember, the market only wants to bust highs and bust lows. That's all the market does. That's all traders do. Investors, without knowing it, that's all they do. You know, that's all. That's the name of the game. So we'll see if, in fact, they can bust that area down. There are 5 more minutes. The futures are open longer. But the way that I always do this on an intraday basis, you got to do it into the close. That's how it works, folks. You know, what we do have happening out here today, no doubt, is you're going to get some big action after the close because of the fact that we have the Amazons of the world, Microsoft. Microsoft's going to be a big number. And, you know, the way Microsoft, I mean, MSFT, technically, Microsoft looks like it wants to go to a lower price. You know, fundamentally, I think they're doing great, man. I mean, that's the bottom line. Amazon, technically, wants to go lower. You know, fundamentally, I suspect what Bezos can do at any time he wants is just stop growing, and he'll make so much cash he'll be sick. But you know what? He's not in that game. You know, and I suspect what they probably have done, which totally makes sense, by the way, if you're a fundamentalist, is get ready for Christmas. Their biggest season is coming right now. So if their biggest season is coming right now, you got to spend money hand over fist. If you're gonna get big, folks, you got to spend money. You know, so my take is that, you know, Amazon wants to basically get into lower price. That's how it looks to me like that's how it's going to be set up. Those, I would say those very well could be the two biggest, with Amazon being the one that can really, you know, basically shake up at least the NDX 100. Because thus far, when we take a look, just coming into this close right here, the NDX 100 is... I think it's what number? I think it's the 3 pennies away from it. Yeah. So the number is the 3 Qs is 97.80. Right now we're at 97.83. And what we just did. Oh, I love this when this happens. Okay. So check this out. It's already we've got a wicked expansion in volume on this baby. So check this out. This is amazing. The first get-go on the way down was 2.7 million on a 10-minute chart. Right. We are already, folks, at 2.4 million, and you have 2 minutes left. What that means is that it's going to go after this 97.82, and your probability is that it will get underneath that 97.80. It's going to be wild. The whole thing's going to be absolutely wild, no doubt. Dow right now is up 197. You got the NASDAQ up 67. Bottom line is that that's not a huge give up. You know, Dow is up 300. Subtly, though, this S&P is saying it all to me. I mean, saying it all. You get them once, you get them twice, and we'll see where this whole thing shakes out after the close at this particular point. They're hitting the S&P right now, the futures as we're speaking. The volume's going up. It just broke out. They broke out the low. So here's the shot. They get another minute, a minute and a half. How many minutes? Yeah, they get 2 minutes. You get a minute. They get a minute and a half to get it down to this 1938. Right now you're at 1942. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Dow Industrials up 206. NASDAQ 69. S&P's 18. We're going to be right back. Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our quotes. This is by Albert Ferretti. I start with the idea that nothing is impossible and everything can be done in the end. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 216, NASDAQ up 69, S&P's up 20, gold contract down $12.90, trading at $1,232 an ounce. Silver down, 26 cents at $17.20 an ounce. Platinum up $5 at $1,256 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1.40, trading out at $81.92 a barrel. Bonds, we had the 10-year down 13 ticks at 127, 30-year off 22 ticks at 141.23, both with light volume in correlation to how we're going up. King dollar flat at 126. No, King dollar up 81 ticks at 85.93. Euro flat at 126.50. Yen trading up 100. 1 full point at 108.75. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We had a cash S&P out here today, folks. Get to 1961.75. We closed at 1951.53. And what that is doing and has done is this. When we broke down, and we broke down with conviction, folks, okay? What the market is trying to do, and has done almost on a daily basis, is go back. So when we broke the trend line that was established all the way down from November of 2013, we broke it with conviction. The first break on that was the week of October 3rd, ended up going down to 1886. That was the week of October 17th. You're coming back up, and you're trying to test the top of that trend line right now. We got up to the 1961. It looks like the top of that trend line is about, well, the top of it is 1993, I believe. Is it 93? No. Well, it's 77 to 87. That's where it's at. Bottom line is that we go over to the SPY. You take a look at the SPY. What you have with the SPY. SPY today got up to a high of 196.20. We closed at 194.93. And what you have there is that that's 2 pennies over the high of yesterday. We're coming into a 210 million downdraft. We did it with 150. If, in fact, we had closed 2 pennies lower, that would be saying that you failed. But you're paying 2 pennies higher, so guess what? You could test this high out here today. I don't expect we're going to, but you can. You go look at the NDX 100, the 3 Qs. Inside the NDX 100, what you had is this. You did 46 million shares. You got to a price point of 98.36. You closed at 97.82. You did volume out here of 46 million, going into 77 million, going into 62 million. Bottom line is that the NDX 100 doesn't want higher price. We'll see how this shakes out, because we got Microsoft that just come out with numbers, decent numbers on Microsoft. Microsoft closed at $44.98. It's trading right now up $1.68 at 46.68. Numbers go like this on Microsoft. The estimate was 55 cents. They made 65 cents. That's the bottom line estimate. Top line estimate was 22 billion. They took in 23.2 billion. Amazon, different story. Amazon closed at a 313. That is trading. No, that's been trading all over the place. Okay, this is a trip. That's trading 292 right now. 292, yeah, 292. So that's what? That's down $25. Right now. JNPR. Juniper Networks. Juniper Networks closed at $20.32. That is trading right now at $18.60. Numbers on Juniper Networks go like this. The estimate was 36 cents. They made 36. Revenue, $1.13 billion. Man, check this out. Juniper's going to get smoked. The estimate for the next quarter, this is what's going on here with Juniper, I believe. The next quarter, they were supposed to make 41 cents. Juniper saying that they're going to make from 28 to 32. So that's a 25% hit. Less that they're claiming they're going to make next quarter. And Juniper has been off the high of $25. You're at 20. Yeah, that's a large ABC structure down. What you have, these ABC structures down, folks, are all over the place. Yeah, Juniper's going after a high volume low, $15.62. Yeah, so there's action out here in an incredible way, and it looks like so. Watch how this shakes out, folks. Microsoft, with those good numbers, okay, is going to put juice into the NDX 100. There's no doubt that's a large weighting structure into it. So we closed at 44. Let's say $45. That's up $1.55, which is a decent acceleration for a large cap like that. That price, however, is only going into the downdraft that had been created from the last couple of weeks. That's how that's shaking out right now. The low of the high volume that Microsoft has is 46.60. Now, this is cool to watch, because 3M did this today. So at 46.60, that... And we're 46.41. Oh, this is cool. So check this out. So what I expect you're going to see out here is this. Tomorrow, you'll see that Microsoft is going to go up and test that little high volume high, and that's all it has to do. If you go look at 3M, you're going to see how that shook out today, and it's pretty intense how it actually shook out. I want to thank our man Z for bringing it up the first hour. When you take a look at 3M, what we had out here is that 3M also had a high volume high, went into the high volume high, did it with some decent volume. It's not that you turn around and basically shot 3M. But that testing procedure, that's exactly what it was a testing procedure. 3M hit 147.92, closed at 145.02. You did 7.4 million versus 8.8. So there's going to be a lot of action out here coming fast, coming furious. If we go back over to Amazon, and Amazon's an equity that can trade all over the place. So right now you're at 289. And at 289, see, Amazon wants to go a lot lower, folks, okay? 289, you have, let me put this up here. If I put this on a weekly first, your high volume swing point out here is 284. So 284 is your high volume swing. And and you break that swing. Now check this out. This is where this will really get insane. We put this on a weekly, so watch this. This is a much longer term deal. I wouldn't expect that it could get the volume in one day to basically get this done. But you can make the case, let me see, 402, 406. Yeah, it's 114.8 a B, which would bring you down to $250. That's what, that makes sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense. So that makes sense, man. What you would need is this on the weekly basis. Thus far, we've done 15.7 million. There'd have to be a heck of an expansion of volume as tomorrow. They'd have to do like 15 million shares. You know, we'll see. Maybe we'll do it. Deckers, where is it? D-E-C-K. Deckers outdoor clothing, that closed at $88.10. That was down $2. That's traded at 84 right now. And 84 is also going after. See, folks, you can't have this many ABC structures on the way down breaking with volume that you're not in a much larger ABC down. Deckers, the $83.17. It's going to go after that, baby. That's on the daily. We put this on a weekly. Listen, it can hold that level. I see on a weekly, $70, it can hold that level. Bottom line is, though, you're gonna see it get into that level. We'll see whether we get the expansion of volume or not. Clack, K-L-A-C. Let's see if Clack just come out. Clack, did they come out? Yeah, let's see. Okay, so Clack just come out. Oh, yeah, I love it. Clack's going to buy back 3.6 million shares. What are they, buying all the way down? Oh, yeah, they're buying all the way down. You're going to love it. So check this out. This is sick. Clack's been down since from 81. Now it's at 71. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, the Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom, take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished up 216, Nasdaq up 69, S&P's up 21. KLAC, you got to see this, folks. So this is pretty intense. So Clack, okay, is going to buy back stock. They're going to buy back $2.5 billion worth of it. But check this out. This is what's intense. They're going into an unfunded revolving credit deal in order to do it. So what they're doing is, bottom line, is that they're going out to borrow money to buy their stock back. And in Clack's case, okay, so Clack just came down from $82 to $71. We take a look at this and we put this back on a monthly basis, and it's just amazing. These people, they'll do anything and everything to try to hold this stock up. And what that's about, by the way, folks, is this. It's not just about holding their stock up. What it's about is the amount of options that executives in the companies have it. Okay, don't think that they're just out there trying to help the shareholder. That's not it. What it is holding the stock up until those options get exercised so they can get rid of it. Bottom line is that they're taking on a huge amount of debt in order to do that. Pfizer, PFE, if you want to see another one, this is going to be a classic one. Pfizer just came out after the close here. Pfizer's closing. Pfizer is trading at $28.60. Pfizer, if we take a look at this chart, has been going sideways since April of 2013. Well, guess what? Pfizer's going to basically... They just authorized $11 billion buyback. And that, no doubt, if I had more time, I could take a look at what type of options the actual executive committee has. Bottom line, Pfizer, if we take a look at this on a technical basis, Pfizer's been going down. It already just went down from 32 to 28. We put this back. We take a look at it. And she's bottom line is, she hasn't been able to do much when the rest of these, the biotechs have certainly gone higher. Pfizer looks like they wants to go lower. SYNA. Let's go take a look at lots of numbers coming out here. This is Synopsys. That closed at $73.27. Right now, that is trading at, well, this is getting croaked. That's trading at $67.96. And what's that, $7? So that's down 10%. They develop custom user design interface solutions. They offer touch-sensitive pads to screens in the position's finger, screen navigation. I see, okay. So we take a look at this. Oh, that's another ABC down. These ABC downs are just everywhere. Oh, my God. So, yes, you're going to go after the B point. After the B point of an ABC structure on the way down. This has already got croaked. It was at $92. It's 73. Now, afterwards, it's trading at 67. And numbers-wise, let's see what they say. So their estimate, folks, was $1.19. They made $1.04. That's the bottom line. Top line estimate was $450 million. They made $415 million. So bottom line is that they're going south. Amazon continues to get to lower levels. Now, with Amazon, the magic number out here is this 282. And right now, we're trading at 281.57. Why is that the magic number? What that is, folks, that is the B point of an ABC structure on the way down. You take out that B point, you take it out with volume tomorrow, you get Amazon at 250. And the way Amazon trades, by the way, that can be a 250 in about a heartbeat. No two ways about it. Dry ships. Dry ships closed at $2. That's trading at 165. Let's see what they have to say. Proceed. Oh, okay. So they're going to have, at $2, they're going to have a secondary. This is even more bizarre. They're doing a secondary, and so, of course, the stock's getting smoked immediately. They're going to do a secondary, and they're going to use the secondary to buy back $700 million in debt. It's like, my God. This is pretty intense all the way around. There's no doubt about it. When we get the where the battle's going to come in here, I expect. Let's go back to Microsoft, because Microsoft had some good juice after the close. Microsoft come out with numbers, had some good juice. Microsoft right now, let's see, it closed at 45. It's trading at 46.33. That's up $1.33. At that level, what you'd like to see is, I want to see Microsoft get that at 46.60. I'd like to see that test take place. If you get that test to take place, you get some real action out there. Let's go to Alex in New York. Hey, Alex, what's going on?
Hi, Tom.
How you doing?
I was just wondering what you thought of IBB going to a new high today.
It means it can go higher. IBB, folks, 1.9 million shares. It got over those highs, man. That means it can go higher. If are you short IBB, or you thinking of going short, or you long?
I have been long for years in the IBB. I usually talk to Basil about it. I hope Basil's all right. I didn't know if he was on today or not, but he's been away.
Hey, Basil's just doing great. He's on a little vacation. Yeah.
Okay, but I usually talk to Basil about the IBB, saying that I'm waiting for 300 before I even think about selling any.
Okay. Well, that's a beautiful thing.
Oh. And I still think that the trend might be positive, even on the whole market. The IBB seems to be a special situation, but...
Well, if you don't think the IBB is a special situation, man, you're dreaming, okay? Because I don't know this, but I suspect you were in the market for a while, and no one's ever had a run like this. So.
Oh, I am completely amazed. I never get stopped out of it, and it just keeps going higher.
Well, you took the only time that you have taken heat since August of 2011 was just the last downdraft from 275 to 207.
That wasn't even close to my stop.
Well,
I keep a very wide stop on it because I've been in it so many years. It really fluctuates.
But my point is that that's the only time you ever took any heat either. You know, but what you're also saying is that, okay, you know, you took 70 points of heat, which is 20%, you know, which I can see why, you know, if you've been in it that long, there's no reason not to do that. Where is your stop?
I usually, my stop now, at the moment, I don't have a stop on it. I took the stop off.
You're out of your mind then. That's all right, though. You're making money and you're out of your mind. I like. Hey, that's all that matters in the marketplace.
Well, my average cost is way under $100.
Well,
so
listen, that's fine. I'm sure you heard the stories all day long. Okay, and I've heard thousands of them. My average cost under $100. Well, great. Where's your stop?
Well, I have had stops in the past, but frankly, I thought we had an Ebola pullback, and I thought an Ebola pullback was going to be good for the IBB.
An Ebola pullback, man! You listen to that garbage out there. You think that an Ebola pullback's the stock market, man?
It looked like that for a couple of days.
God bless you. I hope you make a fortune on the IBB, but you're out of your mind. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Dow Industrials up 216, Nasdaq up 68.9, S&P's up 21. We're going to be right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy. A set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
you take a hands-on approach to managing your investments. And whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finished up 216, Nasdaq up 69, S&P's up 21. After the close out here, you had Microsoft come out with some good numbers. Microsoft closed at a price point of $45. It's at $46.49. Amazon is just the opposite. Amazon closed at $313. That's trading at $280. Amazon's going to break that B point, which is $282. We'll see whether they have the volume. Looks like it. If we get the volume, you're going to $250. Let's go to Bobby in Baltimore. Hey, Bobby, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Yeah, pretty good day. How about yourself?
I am, thank you.
Okay. Great.
INFN, right?
That's correct.
Okay, they manufacture digital optical telecommunication equipment. The low is $6.96. The high is today $13.96. Okay, so let's take a look at this baby.
Pull it back on a 10-year monthly.
Okay, so let's. I'll do 15. Oh, I guess you can't do 15. Okay. Okay, so. You're at $13.89. Yeah, you get action, man. You get action.
So I need your help in figuring this out. So, I mean, you bring it back to June 2008. The high there was 1455.
Yeah.
41.6 million shares or so. And then already this month, we're already pushing with...
No, you get a nice ABC up. So the way that I do this, what you have, folks, if here in your car, we get a monthly chart up. We have it all the way back to when they went public. The stock had been up there like at $25, got as low as $4.30 in 2012. Now what it's just done is that it's taken a swing point out with volume, which is 1216 as well as 1290.
Yep,
yeah.
1290.
So what I normally do to cut to the chase here, Bobby, is this. You take the top of that, right? Especially, what we're doing, a really long consolidation here, folks, okay? So you take the top of that, which is 1290, right? Then you go to the bottom of where it traded. Now, I don't take the bottom. I take the top of that, which is 564. So you take 564 away from the 1290, okay? Yeah, that's like $7. That's saying this thing go to $19, man. That's how that's set up. That's a cut-to-the-chase fast way of doing some decent price projection. And that works pretty consistently on a long consolidation like you have here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so my benchmark here is if it breaks under the 1290, then reconsider.
Yes, exactly. It shouldn't. When you do something like this, that's built cause for this long, you shouldn't. Because you see every time that it has failed, okay, so when it failed in September of 2010, you failed at 1290, you end up going down to $4. Then you tried it again at 1216, you end up going down to $6, $6.96. If it fails, get out ASAP, because it doesn't mean it has to go to the bottom, but when you fail like that, you go down pretty severely. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, great. Thanks a lot,
brother.
Tom.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go to Rich in Portland. Hey, Rich, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Thanks for taking my call. I'm calling about your thoughts on AEM here.
Let's take a look at it. You got an Eagle, lows 42, lows 24, the highs 42. And, you know, this held up really well today, man. I mean, these golds have got whacked, and this rejected lower price. You know, if you own it, you're in good shape. You know, I think it's going to go to 33.25, man.
I haven't bought it yet. I just was looking at it, and I thought the same thing that you just mentioned, that it actually held. And
it did. It did.
Okay.
And there's not a lot of them that held today at all. You know what I mean? There's a lot of them that...
So this could be an entry point?
Yeah. Right here. Because what happens is that you just put the stop on the other side of 27.93. You're going for the spike right off the bat of 33.25. And, yeah, see, oh, interesting. Okay, hold it. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Okay. So this was also going on here, man. This is what I would do is this. Don't bite yet. And this is why. So what happens here, most of these golds have come out with numbers, folks. An Eagle doesn't come out till the 29th of this month. That is dangerous in the aspect that so many of them didn't hold. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
You know. But another way you can do this. Hold on, another way you can do this. 1 second. We're at the 20. What day is today? 23rd.
23rd.
24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Depending, you know, you could bite here, and what you'd be looking for though, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, is expansion upside. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And if you get the expansion, then you get action, then your probability goes higher that you're going to be in good shape. If you don't get the expansion, then I'd get out before the earnings. That's how I trade that, man.
All right.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go to Brent in Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, what's going on?
You're a popular guy today, Tom.
I appreciate all you tigers and tigresses out there growling with problem with us.
We love you out here, Tom.
Oh, you're too much, man. Thank you.
I was calling about Great Panther.
Yeah. Okay. So check this out. This is pretty intense. Okay.
Did this come through to AB equals CD down there at 81 today?
It did. That's what it did first. Okay. And these contractions, folks, have been dramatic. There's no two ways about it. On a weekly basis, Great Panther still wants to go higher. You know, they got it down there. They got it into this has been the fourth week in a row that you are slightly lower. And well, this week, you know, you're a lot lower. This week we got down to that 81 price point. Last week was 86. The week before was 89. The week before was 88 and then 89. You're still coming down with lighter volume. You know, and now Great Panther did come out with numbers. This is, yeah. Well, no, they didn't. They're 11.5 too. November 5th. It's, you know, hey, listen, Great Panther wants to trade to 149. That's the reality, you know. But the real question is, you know, how much lower is it going to go? You know.
So if you look at it on the daily, I have that 149 being the A point.
Yep.
And then 104 the B. Did a retrace up to 127. I had it coming down. 82 would make the, 1-to-1, and it went to 81. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yeah, no, it did. No, that when I was inside the first time, no, that did do that, exactly. And what he's talking about, folks, you did an A to B to C to D on the way down. You got to 81, rejected 81, you're at 85. That 81 is going into how it came off the bottom. It came off the bottom at 76. The next jump up that's where the big volume juice was. So what you have is that you're at 85 right now. Back inside 92, your probability goes much higher that 123 will be on the agenda, and then that 149. That's how you trade that. That range, that 92 cents, even though it's only 7 cents for a Great Panther, is a big number, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, John.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Let's go take a look at the XAU and the HUI, because what you did have out here, XAU got to a lower low out here today after getting back inside the range. We're at 76.25. That is to get back inside the range of the 70. Oh, actually, it did it. That's pretty good. Okay, it did it. 75.39. We got the 74.67. So that came back inside the range. The Gold Bugs Index, the HUI, that got down to a price point today of 181.15, and she got back inside the range too. So that's a spike. That's a spike lower. She got back inside the range. The range there is 183.33. One of the Tigresses wants to take a look at the XLF. That's the financials. That was up 22 cents today. And the XLF is an ABC structure on the way down. That was a failure. Now, this is a big heads up. And this is what it is. XLF yesterday, high 22.91. We got to 23.03 today. Couldn't handle that price, couldn't hold the price. You have the high volume spike in the financials down there at 21.55. And, bottom line is that that is basically saying it's going to go make a run for at least the high of the low, which is 22.26. You get action at 22.26, and that's an ABC structure on the way down. And I suspect, let me go look at BRK for a second, because it's only going to be a matter of when they hit Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway was up $1 today, 138.38. That couldn't hold price either. And the reason I'm saying that, technically it's set up to go lower, but what you do have that the whole world knows fundamentally is that, not many, I know of 4 large cap stocks that Buffett has a huge amount of percentage of that have absolutely got smoked the last week and a half. And that matters in the context of exactly, what is happening. So Wells Fargo, he owns 9.3% of Wells Fargo, 487 million shares. Bottom line, Wells Fargo just went from 54 down to 46. IBM, huge. Coca-Cola, huge. McDonald's, huge. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials finished up 216. NASDAQ up 69. S&P's up 21. Lots of action after the close out here, folks. We're going to be right back.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. It's going to be really interesting to see in about another 9 minutes when the futures open up. And this is why. So Microsoft came out with numbers, folks. Microsoft had good numbers. Those numbers were, they closed at $45. It's trading at up $2, $46.96. So that will put juice into the market. Listen to this one. This is intense. CLAC. So KLAC. This is about as intense as I've seen in a long time. CLAC closed at $71. It's trading up $11 right now, and this is what this is all about. So this is amazing. They have $2.9 billion in cash, but they're going to go out and go get another $2.5 billion, and they're going to. It's an unfunded credit line. That's what it is. But what they're going to do now, this is amazing. They're paying a special dividend of $16. Okay, so. I can't read this fast enough to find out why they're doing this, but the bottom line is that their normal gross yield is 2.62. Stock's at $71, and they're going to pay a special dividend of what did I just tell you? $16. Yeah, they're going to pay a special dividend of $16. Now, the stock is up $10, but it's still not even at its high, which is $81. So we'll see where that shakes out. What they are doing, though, specifically, is that they're going in debt in order to do that. And they're going to pay the dividend, and then they're going to buy an additional 3.6 million shares back. going to be wildly just shaking it out. Now, okay, so those two equities are going up. So that'll put some juice inside the NDX 100. Now, taking it out of the NDX 100, and the big dog is going to be Amazon. Amazon closed at $313. That's opening at $280. Well, it's trading at $280. At $282, Amazon has an ABC structure on the way down to $250. This is going to, and SYNA, there's a few other smaller ones that, have some problems out there. This one here is down $7. That's a lot, but this won't be a huge mover inside the NDX 100. In the market, it will. This closed at $73. It's going to open at $67. This also is going after a B point of a ABC structure on the way down. DECK will also affect the NDX 100. That closed at 86. It closed at 88. That's going to be at 86. JNPR, same deal. This is not that big a hit. Closed at $20.32. That's at $19.50 right now. But there's certainly going to be some heavy action after this closeout here. What you won't get, and this is where this gets really interesting, is that the CLAC deal. Well, actually, let's go to Altera, ALTR. See if they were supposed to come out with numbers too. Let's see where Altera is. Yeah, good. Okay, so Altera closed at $33.74. That's trading at $32.53. Now, you can see it's interesting there because the Altera, CLAC, they're kind of in the same business, specialty chip businesses. Altera is going to go down. That's an ABC structure on the way down. The KLA deal is a special deal. That's what it really comes down to. $16.50 dividend. That's a wild one just to turn around and wrap your head around. There's no two ways about that. What we had out here today, you had expand here. So let's, on a larger basis, you take a look at the S&P on a larger basis, what you have is this. Cash S&P closed out here today, 1950.82. The high of yesterday was 1949.31. You get over that, that's saying it can get higher. It didn't make it up here to the 1967 swing point. We made it to 1961. Gave up 11 points. Not that 11 points is a lot, but it's a decent amount. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. Dow Industrials closed up 216, which is a nice number, no doubt. It was up 300. The Dow had got to a price point of 16,767, which got over the 757, which was the 10th, closed underneath it. You can make the case that the Dow couldn't basically handle higher price. That's after, the Dow, of course, the high in the Dow is 17,350. The composite, the NASDAQ composite, really just didn't do much. The composite was up $69. It was up as much as $89. The composite got to a price point of 4475, closed at 4452. That got over the swing, closed underneath the swing, had light of volume, composite saying it's basically going right back down the other side. We went down for 21 trading days in a row. You just went up for 5, 6, 1, 2. Yeah, this is the sixth day up. That, folks, is typical bear market action. The volatility is bear market action. The intraday volatility is bear market action. Intraday out here, and this is what happens when you have large changes in the marketplace. Markets take conniptions. They move fast. They move furious. And intraday, what you had out here is that you had a large operator selling into this market in an extraordinary way. The first sell took place at 1450. 1450, 101,000 contracts got sold. And then you had the second one come on at the end of the close, and that was just as incredible. The second one was 116,000. Yeah, 116,000 was the second one. Yeah, 116,000 was the second one. Those are big numbers. That's the bottom line. And I do expect when we open back up. So when we open back up, which the futures open back up in 3 minutes, folks, what you'll more than likely we're going to see, we'll see that battle out a little, and we'll see whether Microsoft can overtake the downdraft in Amazon #1, and the most of the other smaller stocks, and they were only off $2 or $3. But Microsoft has a much larger weighting. There's no doubt about that. In the S&P, the Dow, and the NASDAQ. It's in all of them. And thus far, Microsoft. And so what Microsoft wants to do, so check this out. This is going to be great for tomorrow morning, folks. Microsoft has a high volume high. That wants to be tested. The low of that high is $46.60. I expect you're going to see that tested. The high of the high is $47.57. That's 202 million. If you test that, you test it with lighter volume, you back off it, guess what? That's the end of the test. If you want to see something that did that today, just go to 3M. 3M was the largest mover inside the Dow Industrials today. That's exactly what it was doing. 3M made it to a price point of $147.92. The high up there was the $147.87. It closed at $145. It was 7.4 against 8.1. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking to you right here tomorrow. Go get them, folks.